Hello, my name is Lucas, this is a bit of lit, and I am here to talk to you about Premee Mohamed's and what can we offer you tonight, which is the Nebula award-winning novella for this year, for Best Novella of the Year. And I haven't read the competition, but from what I've read from this, well-deserved win. It's a very interesting book, very powerful in its trope subversion, I suppose. And yeah, that's a lot to say. It's quite interesting. The only thing for me is that I haven't been exposed to the trope that it is subverting, but I am aware of it. But the only reason is because I don't read a lot of science fiction or dystopian fiction to notice this kind of thing. But I have seen, on Reddit or BookTube or, talking to friends about books that do read these kind of books, that this is a common theme. Or even in, people talking about movies or video games that have these kinds of, are from these genres. Anyway, the main character is Jewell, who is a courtesan at the house. And basically that means she is a sex worker. And she's at a funeral for her friend Winfield, or Win, who is the top earner, got the most money, had the best tips, whatever, on and on, who was tragically, brutally murdered. And this is the trope that I think is being subverted here, in that, from my understanding, not from my own exposure, but from my understanding, is that to show that the future is dystopian, oftentimes there will be sex workers, and then of course there will always be, to show how terrible the place is, one of them will die, or many of them will die. And yeah, so they're afterthoughts and accessories, just to advance the plot or advance the understanding of the world. But Win, who has been murdered and is a sex worker, refuses to stay dead. And what ensues is deep in the mind of Jewell, but a bit of a steep stream of consciousness kind of writing, very lyrical and poetic and floral language, very beautiful in that sense, a bit challenging to follow. I always struggle with novels written with this kind of style, that are really deep inside of a character's head. They live in a world where the government, or what there is of a government, is basically run by the rich and powerful. Where she got that idea, I don't know. But you can be culled if you make a mistake. If you're poor or seen as worthless or detriment to society in some way, you can be culled. And this is a story of revenge and tearing down the house and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I think it's a really powerful piece. I really enjoy the trope subversion, although I haven't been exposed to it too much myself, if at all. Probably there's some movies, and I just don't remember, that are science fiction or dystopian, that have this trope, and I just don't remember. But anyway, I think it's a powerful little piece, and based on this work alone, I definitely want to reread it again. It just took me an hour or so to read, and I quite enjoyed it. Yeah, I might reread it again sometime later in the year to really pick up on the pieces that I missed, because again, it was a bit challenging for me to understand. But I did enjoy it, and I think I will be on the lookout for anything else of hers. I bought it on my Kindle, and yeah, I really enjoyed it, and that's all I can say, really. I think it's a cool novella. I'm glad it won, and yeah, thank you for watching.